Imagine working your entire life to build a nest egg for your kids, only to have the government swoop in and take a massive chunk of it the moment you die. You can give away your money today, completely legally, and save your family tens of thousands of dollars in hidden taxes. No dodgy offshore accounts, no complex lawyer fees, just a simple, incredibly powerful strategy that the government does not want you to know about. It sounds entirely too good to be true, right? But it is 100% legal, and most Australians have absolutely no idea it even exists. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how this loophole works. I will show you how to move thousands of dollars out of the ATO's reach every single year. Later in the video, I will show you how to wash your superannuation clean of the silent death tax that catches thousands of grieving families by surprise. Before we look at the exact strategy, you need to understand why this matters right now. Because the hidden taxes on your estate are a much bigger problem than you realise. Let's get straight into it. Most Aussies think that estate taxes and death duties only affect billionaires and politicians. That used to be true, but the reality in 2026 is completely different. The government has not officially reintroduced death duties in Australia, but they do not need to. They have built stealth taxes directly into the systems you use every single day. Think about the average Australian family. 30 years ago, your parents might have bought a basic brick house in the suburbs for $150,000. Today, because of insane property inflation, that exact same house might be worth $1.5 million. The family's not actually any richer in terms of lifestyle, but on paper, they look like millionaires. When you combine a $1.5 million house with a $500,000 superannuation balance, you suddenly have a $2 million estate. You are no longer just an ordinary worker. To the Australian Taxation Office, you are a very wealthy target. If you do not structure your money properly, the next generation could face a tax bill that forces them to sell the family home just to pay the ATO. Most people think the only way to help their kids is to wait until they drop dead or to sell their house and hand over a massive lump sum. But there is a strategy that lets you give money away right now, completely tax-free, and it keeps that money entirely out of the government's hands. It is called the surplus cash gifting strategy. If you are retired or still working and you earn more money than you actually need to live on, you can legally gift that surplus cash to your family. Let us look at a real-world example. I have a mate named Bluey. Bluey is 65, still working part-time and pulling a small pension from his super. He brings in about $90,000 a year, but he lives a very simple life. He only needs $60,000 to cover his bills, run his car and buy his groceries. Bluey has a surplus of $30,000 every single year. He takes $2,000 a month and transfers it directly into his daughter's bank account to help her pay her massive mortgage. That is $24,000 a year moved entirely out of Bluey's estate. Over 10 years, he moves $240,000 to his daughter. He was not going to spend that money anyway. Instead of letting it sit in a bank account where it gets taxed and counted against his Centrelink limits, he has quietly transferred $250,000 to the next generation, entirely legally. Now, before you go and empty your bank account, you must understand the rules. The government does not let you do this blindly. If you are receiving the age pension or plan to apply for it soon, Centrelink has strict deprivation rules. You are only legally allowed to gift a maximum of $10,000 in a single financial year, or a total of $30,000 over a rolling 5-year period. If Bluey was on the full age pension and he gave his daughter $24,000 in 1 year, Centrelink would financially penalise him. They would assess that extra $14,000 as if it was still sitting in his bank account, and they would cut his pension. But if you are entirely self-funded, or if you strictly follow the $10,000 annual Centrelink limit, this strategy is incredibly powerful. The gifts must be genuine. They cannot put you into financial hardship. If you start struggling to pay your own electricity bills because you gave your money away, you have done it wrong. Done properly, this is the cleanest, simplest way to reduce your assessable assets and help your kids when they actually need it, rather than waiting until they are 60 years old themselves.
Gifting cash is powerful, but it is not the most dangerous trap in your estate. The biggest financial threat to your family sits entirely inside your superannuation account. This is the one that makes my blood boil. When you pass away, your superannuation does not automatically go to your kids tax-free. If you leave your super to a non-dependent adult child, which means a child over the age of 18 who is no longer financially relying on you, the ATO will step in and take a massive 15 to 17% cut of the taxable component. Let us run the brutal math. You pass away with $500,000 in your super. Your employer made the contributions over the years, so $450,000 of that balance is classed as a taxable component. Before your 40-year-old son receives a single cent, the ATO slices 17% off that $450,000. The government steals $76,500 of your hard-earned money. Your son only gets the leftovers. The government taxes you while you earn it, they tax the fund while it grows, and then they tax your kids when you die. It is a complete rort.
Here is the brilliant loophole that fixes the superannuation trap. It is called the withdraw and recontribute strategy, or the WASH strategy. Once you turn 60 and meet a condition of release, like retiring or changing jobs, any money you withdraw from your superannuation is completely tax-free. You withdraw a massive chunk of your super, let's say $100,000, and put it into your normal bank account. You wait a few days. Then you transfer that exact same $100,000 straight back into your super fund as a non-concessional contribution. Because you put the money in after tax from your own bank account, the super fund reclassifies that $100,000 as a tax-free component. You have chemically washed the money. If you do this every year within your contribution caps, you eventually wash your entire super balance clean. When you eventually pass away, your adult children inherit the entire amount. The ATO gets absolutely zero. You have saved your family tens of thousands of dollars just by moving money back and forth between two bank accounts.
Not everyone has massive amounts of cash or superannuation. Sometimes the only real wealth you have to pass on is the family home. If your kids inherit a massive house but have no cash to pay the holding costs, the council rates or the final tax bills, they are often forced to sell the family home at a discount just to cover the debts. This is where a properly structured life insurance policy comes in. But there is a massive catch that most people get wrong. If you hold a life insurance policy in your own name, when you die, the payout goes into your estate. It gets tied up in probate, which can take months or even years to clear. Your family gets no money while the lawyers argue.
The fix is incredibly simple. You must ensure your life insurance policy is written inside superannuation with a binding death benefit nomination or placed in a specific trust structure. When it is structured this way, the insurance payout entirely bypasses your estate. The day you pass away, the cash is transferred directly to your beneficiaries within weeks. It gives your family immediate, tax-free cash to pay for the funeral, clear any debts, and hold on to the family home without being forced to sell it in a panic. This is the part most people skip, and it is exactly where they blow themselves up. Every strategy I just showed you works perfectly, but only if you follow the rules.
First, the WASH strategy. If you pull money out of super and try to put it back in, you must check your non-concessional contribution caps first.
In 2026, the limit is generally $120,000 a year. If you accidentally put back $150,000, the ATO will hit you with an excess contribution penalty. You must verify your caps on MyGov before you transfer a single cent. Second, binding death nominations. If you tell your super fund to leave your money to your kids, that form usually expires every 3 years. If you forget to renew it, the nomination lapses. The super fund trustees will then decide who gets your money, and they might give it to an estranged ex-spouse instead of your kids. Check your nomination forms today and make sure they are active.
Third, the Centrelink gifting trap. If you ignore the $10,000 limit and gift your kids $50,000 to buy a house, Centrelink will count that missing $40,000 as your asset for the next 5 years. You will lose your age pension. Estate planning is not just for the ultra-wealthy. With the cost of living and property prices skyrocketing, every average Australian family is now in the ATO's crosshairs. You spent 40 years doing the hard yakka to build a life for your family. Do not let the government steal it at the finish line simply because you did not fill out the right form. Use the legal gifting limits. Wash your superannuation clean of the death tax. And make sure your life insurance actually pays out to the right people.
If this video helped you understand the rules, do me a favour, hit the like button so this warning reaches other Aussies who are unknowingly walking into a tax trap. Drop a comment below and let me know if you have ever checked your super's taxable component. If you want to support an independent bloke keeping the financial industry honest, click the join button below and become a member of the channel. I'm the Retired Aussie and I will see you in the next one.